Hi, I'm Town Clerk Taylor White. Today I want to discuss a few things in preparation for the March 1st presidential primary. First, there are four political parties in Massachusetts. The first being the Democrat Party, the second being the Republican, the third being the Green Rainbow Party, and the fourth being the United Independent Party. It's important to note that during a primary, if you are registered in one of those four parties, you will only be able to take that party's ballot. If you are registered in what Massachusetts refers to as unenrolled, you'll be able to choose any of those ballots. Massachusetts allows you to also register to vote without choosing a party, and this is known as unenrolled, or commonly referred to as independent in popular culture. If you are an unenrolled voter, you will be able to choose one of the four party ballots for this primary and any primary moving forward. If you are enrolled in any one of those parties, Democrat, Republican, Green Rainbow, or United Independent Party, you will have to choose that party's ballot. The interesting note is that the United Independent Party this year has been a little confusing, and the reason behind that is the word independent is within their party, and that is confusing a lot of voters in that they are registering in that thinking that they are commonly referred to as independent when in fact they are in an official Massachusetts political party and will not have a choice of ballot on election day. Just make sure you're aware of this, and again, you're able to go on the Secretary of State's website and verify your voting status and registration, and you can also call our office at 508-888-0340 or go on the town's website and there's more helpful information there for you. It's a common misconception that unfortunately that there's a party right now called the United Independent Party, which a lot of people are confusing for unenrolled. If you are enrolled in the United Independent Party, you will need to pull that ballot. The word independent is confusing to voters. The deadline for changing your registration for this election will be February the 10th. Our office is open from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. and this will be the only opportunity to register to vote for that election or change your party. We also want residents here in Sandwich to know that if you've moved throughout the year, that you check with our office to make sure that you have the correct address on file, or if you've changed your name, make sure you call our office to make sure your name is on file correctly. As always, our office number is 508-888-0340, and we're located across from the Sandwich Public Library at 145 Main Street. You may also check out our website, which is www.sandwichmass.org. You'll find helpful information on there, including absentee ballot information. For this election, absentee ballot applications will be accepted up until 12 noon the day before the election. You also may vote absentee if you're not able to go to the polls on election day, or if you'll be out of town on election day here in our office. Just remember that the deadline for that is 12 noon the day before the election, February 29th. If you have any questions about absentee voting, again, please feel free to call the office at 508-888-0340. Also, there's a few things to know about voting locations here in the town of Sandwich. We have 3 voting locations, one located at the Wing School, precincts 1 and 2, one located at the Oak Ridge School, precincts 3 and 4, and one located at the Forestdale School, precincts 5 and 6. So for this election and future elections, it's important to note that the voting location has been changed from the gym at the Wing School to the cafeteria at the Wing School. The reason behind this is that the voting location is closer to the entrance to the door. There's also a handicap ramp at that entrance for those who have disabilities. For this election, March 1st presidential primary moving forward, there's a few changes. The first being that the Oak Ridge School and the Forestdale School, the bus loops will be closed for small periods of time in both the morning and the afternoon to unload and drop off and pick up students. These times can be found on the Sandwich Town Clerk's website, and there was also notice mailed to you in your census this year. Every city and town in Massachusetts has to do a yearly census. Sandwich residents were mailed their census documents in early January. Make sure you get that information verified. If there are any changes, make changes on that application and get it back to my office as soon as you can. The reason behind this is it will help update your information for voting from now on in the future, especially with the presidential election coming up later this year. And any changes that will be made can be done in that document legally. We just don't want to make sure people show up at the polls on election day, whether it be March 1st or any of the other 3 elections this year, and have information that is not accurate. So we just want to maintain our accuracy, and we'd love for you to help us do that, and that's what that census document can do. So thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate your time, and hopefully this will help you when you go to the polls this March 1st presidential primary. You're not disappointed and you're able to get in and out as fast as possible. Thank you very much.